What's up everyone? We've got a jam-packed update this week. Nvidia's CES Keynote was just announced, and we're diving into what it could mean for GeForce NOW. Could we see upgrades to RTX 5080s? We'll break down all the latest rumors. And it's not just that Battle.net just got a game sync feature. We've got new Assassin's Creed news, and of course 6 new games dropping into the GFN lineup. Oh, and you may have forgotten about it, because I always do, but there are 5 prime gaming titles available to play right now on GeForce NOW. Just a fraction of what you can claim this month. Stick around as we dive into all the details in this week's GeForce NOW update. So let's start with the big news that Nvidia's CES 2025 keynote has officially been announced. CEO Jensen Huang will take the stage on January 6th, just a day before the show floor opens in Las Vegas. This has everyone buzzing about what Nvidia has in store. Specifically, could we see GeForce NOW get upgraded to RTX 5080s? Rumors suggest we might finally hear more about the RTX 50 series at CES, with the new GPUs featuring the Blackwell architecture. This could mean a leap forward for GeForce NOW performance, giving us higher frame rates, better visuals, and even faster load times. The current lineup of RTX 4080s already offers an incredible experience, but an upgrade to 5080s would push things to the next level. So, what could we be looking at in terms of specs? Early leaks hint that the flagship RTX 5090 could come with 32GB of VRAM and be more power hungry than the 40 series. If the RTX 5080 follows suit, we might see a similar jump in memory and overall performance. Rumored to use GDDR7 memory, these GPUs could deliver a massive bandwidth boost, making them ideal for demanding games and ray tracing heavy titles on GFN. While we might not get the announcement at CES, there's still a good chance we'll hear more about it later. Both the RTX 3080 and 4080 upgrades for GeForce NOW were announced a couple of months after their initial reveals. So, while it's not guaranteed, it's definitely something to keep an eye on as we head into the new year. Blizzard fans, this one's for you. GeForce NOW just rolled out a game sync feature for Battle.net, making it easier than ever to bring your favorite Blizzard games. Whether you're jumping into Overwatch 2, commanding armies in StarCraft 2, or slaying demons in Diablo IV, all your Battle.net titles can now be synced directly to GeForce NOW. This update means no more manually adding each game, just link your account and supported titles will automatically show up in your GFN library. It's a huge convenience for anyone who's been bouncing between platforms or just wants a more streamlined experience. Now, we just need this feature to come to the Epic Games launcher to bring everything together. The new Diablo IV DLC, Vessel of Hatred, has arrived and is now available. But it hasn't been all smooth sailing. Players were initially unhappy with the DLC's delayed launch and server issues that disrupted gameplay for a number of hours. Thankfully, those problems seem to be fixed, and recent reviews are showing a much more positive response from the community. The new Spiritborn class, which lets players harness the abilities of 4 distinct guardian spirits, Eagle, Gorilla, Jaguar, and Centipede, adds a unique twist to the gameplay. Now could be a good time to jump back into Diablo IV, whether you have the DLC or not. We've got some news for Assassin's Creed fans. First, Mirage is making its way to Steam. The game has already opted into the platform, and while there's no firm release date yet, it's expected to launch sometime this month. If you've been waiting to play Mirage until it landed on Steam, it's almost here. And yes, there are achievements. Speaking of achievements, they have been added to Valhalla. It looks like Ubisoft is finally listening to fans. There's been an ongoing campaign on the Steam discussions for Ubisoft to bring achievements to Valhalla, and now they've done just that. As someone who's been holding off until they added achievements, this is a welcome update. Destiny 2 just got a massive update with the launch of Episode Revenant, introducing the new Onslaught Salvation mode, which sees fire teams defending against waves of enemies across 3 maps, Widow's Court, Eventide Ruins, and Kel's Grave. Guardians now have access to upgraded defensive units like rideable turrets and airstrikes, making it one of the most intense wave-based activities yet. There's also a new dungeon called Vesper's Host, set to launch on October 11th alongside the first ever official dungeon race on Twitch Rivals. Completing it during contest mode will unlock the returning Icebreaker exotic sniper rifle as a reward. This update also brings major changes to dungeons and raids, making loot farming easier with a new weekly rotation system that features multiple activities each week. Alright, let's get into this week's new games joining GeForce NOW. First up, Empyrean Galactic Survival has just landed on the Epic Games Store. It's a space sandbox adventure where you'll build bases, mine resources, and explore various alien planets. What makes this one special? You have complete freedom to design ships, create outposts, and even engage in space combat. And here's the best part. It's going to be free on the Epic Games Store this week. So, if you're curious about surviving in a sci-fi world, this is a great chance to give it a shot. Europa offers an atmospheric exploration game set on the lush, terraformed moon of Jupiter. You'll play as an android named Z, navigating through a world of stunning natural beauty. Glide and fly through gorgeous environments, uncover hidden ruins, and piece together the story of the last human alive. For those looking for a serene and contemplative experience, Europa might just be what you need to escape reality for a few hours. Dwarven Realms is an innovative blend of classic ARPG mechanics and intense mob-slaying action, developed by a passionate indie team. The game offers players hundreds of skills and abilities to master, creating nearly endless build possibilities. With high-intensity combat against waves of enemies and a robust crafting system, players can customize their characters and gear to dominate every battle. Dwarven Realms also features seasonal content, leaderboards, and chaotic ruptures that add competitive challenges and exclusive rewards. Star Trek Timelines brings the lore and characters of the Star Trek universe together in one strategic package. Assemble your dream crew of iconic characters from across the Star Trek franchise and take command of your own starship. Whether you're a fan of the original series or the newer iterations, this game lets you explore the galaxy, engage in tactical battles, and shape the course of your missions. Star Trucker is one we know some of you will be happy to see because we've noticed the excitement on Reddit. It's all about life on the space lanes. If you've ever wondered what it would be like to drive a massive hauler through the cosmos, this is your chance. Manage your cargo, keep an eye on fuel and supplies, and navigate tricky routes as you explore the vastness of space. It's a unique take on the trucking simulator genre, blending it with the exploration and survival aspects of sci-fi. Finally, Starcom. Unknown Space is all about exploration, shipbuilding, and discovery. Build your own spacecraft, travel to unknown regions of the galaxy, and face off against alien threats. Perfect for those who love deep space adventures and uncovering secrets. You may have forgotten about this, because I always do, but there are 5 prime gaming titles available to play right now on GeForce NOW. It's just a small portion of what's up for grabs this month, but it's a solid selection worth checking out. All you need to get access to these games is an Amazon Prime account. Spirit of the North lets you take on the role of a fox exploring a beautiful, atmospheric world inspired by Nordic folklore. With its stunning visuals and calming gameplay, this is a great one to unwind with. The Eternal Cylinder takes things in a completely different direction. Imagine a survival game where you play as tiny creatures trying to outrun a giant, world-crushing cylinder. It's chaotic, it's unique, and it's definitely a game that will keep you on your toes. Thronebreaker: The Witcher Tales is perfect for anyone who loves a good RPG. Set in the Witcher universe, it blends card battles with deep storytelling, giving you a fresh take on the series' world and characters. Loop Hero offers a retro-inspired roguelike experience where you'll create your own adventure path. Build the world around your hero, place enemies, and strategize to see how long you can last. And finally, Trek to Yomi is a side-scrolling action game with a striking black and white art style. Set in Edo period Japan, it's a cinematic experience that's as much about atmosphere as it is about combat. Some of the other titles will be available to play on Luna as well, so be sure to check out our Luna video above for more details. There are some great Steam sales running this week. First up is Stardew Valley, a relaxing farming simulation where you can build your dream farm, explore caves, and build relationships with the local villagers. It's the perfect game to sink a few hours into and unwind. Hearts of Iron 4 lets you dive into the strategy genre with its deep mechanics and historical setting. Lead your nation through World War II, making decisions that shape the outcome of the war and navigating the complexities of politics and warfare. For fans of comedy and RPGs, South Park: The Fractured But Whole delivers a hilarious adventure. Create your own superhero and team up with iconic characters to battle through a parody-filled world of South Park. Warhammer: Vermintide 2 is a cooperative action game where you and your team will face off against waves of enemies in the Warhammer universe. With intense combat and a variety of classes to choose from, it's a must-play for fans of co-op games. Pumpkin Jack brings spooky platforming fun in a colorful 3D world. With Halloween-inspired environments, clever puzzles, and challenging combat, It's a great pick for fans of action-adventure games, and if you're looking for a bargain, Sherlock Holmes' The Devil's Daughter lets you step into the shoes of the legendary detective, solve cases, unravel mysteries, and dive into the dark side of Victorian London. Alright, that's it for this week's GFN Rundown. If anything caught your attention, or you've got some thoughts on the games hitting the platform, drop a comment below. And hey, if you're grabbing one of those Prime Gaming titles, or checking out the new Steam deals, let us know what you're playing. Hit that like button if you found this update helpful, subscribe for more GeForce Now news, and we'll see you in the cloud.